Oh man. Okay, sorry about that earlier. I have to leave that part because it was stupid. Weathering video with the Vengeance gloves that I've got here. Got a pair of gloves from Tractor Farm Supply today for the Vengeance costume. And I thought, well, I'm gonna just do a weathering video and see if I can't show you guys how I would do this. And this is just me, nothing professional. I don't do this for a living, nothing like that. And I was hoping that my friend Enrique, I don't know how to say your last name, Enrique, if you would critique this for me. Now, what I'm doing, aha, there you are, Enrique. Okay, bub. That's what I want, critique from you. Too light, too dark, how much to do, all that crap. That's what we got so far. I figure it's just a brown, yellow thing. Just want to make sure that it's going to be detailed. And of course, it's got to be a little bit dark brown on the back. But I'm going to pull Mr. Voorhees off the table here and move this. Go put him in the back here. Everybody else. Okay. Alright, now, hang on just a second. I need to get one thing set up here. Stupid little me. Okay, now I'm going to do this on my table. Hopefully. Get everything situated. Okay. Now you guys can get a full view of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to turn this around so I can see you. And you can see me. Alright. Now put up a glove. And I've got the airbrush. And all I'm doing is basically airbrushing it in. And this is a airbrush paint. I'm not going to give you the name of it. But it's kind of a chocolate color with red and stuff mixed in. And I'm just basically spraying that in here. But I want to make sure that I get it right, the right color and everything. I'll put this on the glove, that way you guys can see it. I'm basically just airbrushing in the dark details on it, doing dark and light touch-up. So the whole thing is kind of like brown with a little bit of yellow undertones. But so you don't miss anything. Get the brown coat overall. Dirty and grimy, but I got to try to put 30 years worth of damage into this thing. So it's going to look real nasty in some spots. So you want to do that. I mean, it's going to look real nasty. And it's got to look bloodied and all that. It's about as dark brown as I can get it in some spots, and then it's going to have an overlay of blood on it from the perma-wet, which is what this is here. And you put perma-wet blood on that, and that's really going to stain it up. So all I'm doing right now is just kind of highlighting the whole thing. Spraying it down, making sure I get all the detail. There we go. That's what I need. Now, being 30 years worth of damage in it, you got to have it where none of the yellow really shows up. I mean, you can have little undertones of it. But you got to remember, this is going to be underwater for about 30 years, so all the little creaks, creases, and crevices and stuff. Ooh, shit! Look at that. You really want to get those done in a dark way. So basically, you've got the right kind of gloves that we use in part 6. And you're just trying to colorize them and make them look old and weathered and ancient for 30 years of damage. Browns and blacks, several color tones. There you go, layers and spots. Got it. I've got one glove with one layer here. And I spilled some paint on it too, so guess what? I'm going to rub that in. Just going to rub that paint in. You want to stain it real good so it gets good and nasty and mushy. You can do this with water and a brush as well, but since I have an airbrush, I love to airbrush the shit out of everything. So, I'm definitely going to rough them up. Look at this fucking thing. Doesn't want to do its job. Oh, you fucking hell. Alright, so I'll take some grit sandpaper here and rough this out. Really well. Oh, shit. Well, that's great. The wife's taking all my sandpaper in the house. Okay, well, I can do that later. I'm just going to rough this out now. Get this going. Fucking shit, man, this goddamn thing wants to splatter and blow everywhere and do all that. There we go. Of course, because it's 30 years of damage, it doesn't have to be a beautiful piece of work. I got splatters and I got all that shit on here. It's just, I just like to airbrush everything I do. There's not really an art to this. Like I said, it's just something I want my friend Enrique to get in and critique and make sure that I was getting done right. Green for mildew. I've got that, buddy. I've definitely got green for mildew here. I'm using what's called decayed flesh. That same formula that I use for the Vengeance resin one that I want to do is more like a zombie. So it's not my chocolate Walmart colors. I don't have chocolate in here, but I do have decayed flesh. And it is an airbrush color, so. Actually put this over the paint can to spray on it. I need to get an airbrush holder, but I don't have one. There we go. So now I can set it up like this on the spray can and spray it, and you guys can see it. You get the tips of the fingers and all that stuff. You want to make sure to get all the yellow areas. Make sure to cover everything yellow. There's more paint in here. So you get all the creases and stuff of so the yellow doesn't show up. You could get a pair of brown gloves, just go with those. Well, what the hell's the fun in that? Hit the tones and shades. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit the tones and shades, buddy. You can believe that. Believe that. Got my black right over here. I love smoke black. Big old tub of smoke black. I think I've got 2 of those. Maybe some moss green right there too. Yeah, there we go with the tones and stuff. Got to get all those yellow lines out of there. You don't want to see any yellow lines at all. No creases, no yellow lines at all. So you pull it out where it's yellow. Come right down the bottom there. Absolutely. Absolutely, Enrique. You're right about that. You get to relive the 80s once more. Titties, titties, and blood and gore. Isn't that wonderful? As a dude that was all hyped up about how much nudity is going to be in the Vengeance film. Well, you know, it's not a Friday film unless it's got boobies in it. But, telling y'all, you're going to have a special treat in this one. Guys are going to be pretty happy with the sex in this one. Hee-hee. Yes. That's why I'm so hyped about being involved with this project. It's just because I sculpted the mask part of it, the undermask. You know, I was able to take the photos from the film and do that. That kind of is special to me only because it allows me to contribute a part to the film for the fans, like myself. That, you know, they go, oh, where can I get one of these? Well, the actual Vengeance undermask that was made for the film isn't even fucking made anymore. It was a one-shot deal to get that done, so it gave me an opportunity to kind of do it. And not to make money with it, but just to say, hey, you know, everybody wants to be the Vengeance Jason. Where are they going to get a replica hood or something like that they can have that's going to look like it instead of using the Part 6? Because even though there's a lot of Part 6 hoods out there and masks, they're not going to have the same feel and the same look and everything as the Vengeance one. You know, you can probably have the same style costume and whatnot, but the look is a very, 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 very dense and intense, unique aspect of the film. And you guys see it, you will understand what I'm talking about. It is super intense. One guy, Scuba Steve, goes by Scuba Steve on Facebook. He actually made a NECA figure into a Vengeance figure for Jason Brooks. And he was messaging me trying to find out what the facial details were like. And I'm like, dude, I wish I could tell you, but I can't. I can't even describe them. That's how top secret this shit is. But you guys trust me, when you see the film, you'll realize it's all worth it. It really is. It is super duper worth the shit. Van Shane, look at that. We're talking Vengeance and doing a little glove touch-up work. I went and got a pair of brand new deerskin gloves from Tractor Supply. Just thought I'd maybe chat with you guys while I was weathering these out. Show you guys a little bit on how to weather gloves. I'm doing it with an airbrush, and I'm mixing with my friend Enrique, who's probably still watching, I hope. He did a very kick-ass set of Vengeance gloves by further weathering the Part 6 that he had. And I had a pair, and I misplaced them somewhere. I don't know where they went, and I don't know what happened to them. So I had to go buy a new pair today. I wanted to get his critique on the color coordinations and stuff like that. And thought, okay, you know, can do this. It's easy enough. And then I thought, well, you know, it might be a good idea to show people what they look like, how to do them. So if you guys have got an airbrush, you got a paint set or something, it's not that hard to do. People will say, oh, there's an art to weathering gloves and making them look realistic and stuff. Nah. Not really. You just do tones and shades. Different things. I'll hit erratic patterns on these things. What's up, Chris? Appreciate you joining. So I'll tell you what, you guys really want me to get into doing this stuff for you guys, I can do it. Won't be a problem. Make a pair of gloves for you, weather them out. Yeah. I just charge you the cost of the paint. So, you know, that wouldn't be that much. Plus whatever shipping and handling is. So if you guys think this is something you want me to help you with, I can do that. I didn't think I'd get into costuming, but you know what? This is pretty fun. I gotta put a little bit of fucking whatchamacallit in here. Hang on, I'm running out of this. My shit. Ugh. Alright, here we go. Make sure it bubbles up. Come on. Gotta blow back bubbles. Look like it's getting stuck. A trick to realize, you don't want any bright, no bright yellows. You don't want bright yellow at all. So I'm just taking these and just, you're here, alright, cool. You think they need to be darker, or is this pretty much as dark it needs to be? Trouble with this. There we go, got the black out. This thing's spattered everywhere. All I gotta do is just hit this black, put some black undertones on this part, on the thumb. I think a little bit of yellow would show up, but not bright. It's gotta be an undertone to know that oh, okay, was a yellow glove. You could tell it was a yellow glove, but it's gotta be really dingy. Get all the creases and the cracks and the crevices and just kind of cover up everything. Once you get a flow going, it's not hard at all. Trying to spray enough without overspraying. Just kind of dingy yellow, black, brown color on there. Funny how the spots can show up. I'll take that one off. Put this aside. Let it dry on the post there. Put this one on. And do this one up. Finish this out and kind of blacken and put some green on it. These fingertips and make sure I get all that in yellows. No yellow showing at all. And I will take a little bit more of this brown. Add some brown tones in there too. Turn that around. Make sure to get all the cracks and crevices and creases. You see that they were yellow, was the undertones, but then we got to put some blood on it. So what do you think? Put them on. Put some blood on it. I'll get a little bit of this weathering in here. Get out them bright yellow lines. Put that bright yellow glare down. Now they're going to need to dry because they're going to be stiff and crude and whatnot. Put them on there. A bottle, put it on there. And they can stand up and dry just a little bit. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not a damn rocket science, boys and girls. Just a good old-fashioned weathering. Let's make sure to get all the bright yellow spots and do them in. Now just let them sit there and dry. I'll turn you guys around where you can see the whole thing there. There we go. Take a pair of deerskin gloves, weather them out, paint them up. I'll put some, probably a couple spots here to hit. Right there, darken that up. And darken those up a little bit. Yep. Then hit that with a little bit of green and some red. Take this permablood. Probably put a sponge on it and just kind of dab it in there, but I want to let the paint dry.